All right. It's been a while since we've done one of these, but it's a podcast no one will listen to. It's probably why we haven't done one of these in a while.
Yeah, because nobody's listening.
Yeah.
Go figure.
And we've got something special for you. For one night only, at our local movie theater, we're having a RWBY Volume 5, Episode 1 special viewing.
Yep.
Go figure. A small little bumpkin town like ours getting a RWBY Volume 5 premiere.
15 minutes an episode, an hour 15, and just a bunch of people talking.
Which really...
Who wants to see that? I mean...
I don't.
I know, right?
I actually kind of do. It depends on what they do.
Maybe they are insightful.
Yeah.
Maybe they can tell us something we're not doing.
But I think we're overlooking the big thing here. It is a Volume 5 premiere 2 days before the official Rooster Teeth, premiere.
Where's your gold membership now?
Yeah, you're not going to get this on first. That's for sure. But that's kind of left a lot of people wondering because the trailer dropped earlier this week. Have you guys taken a chance to watch the trailer?
I saw it, yep.
Great. A lot of things happening, a lot of emotions. A lot of memes have already sprung from this trailer. The scene where Yang is... Yeah, I love that. I love that meme 100% when Yang is just punching the guy and the guy has fandom written on his face.
Oh, I thought you
and
were talking...
she punches him.
I saw the one where John opens the door and it's like Pennywise dancing and it goes RWBY fandom. And he's dancing and then all of a sudden you see Pyrrha's head flash by. It goes, I am the hype.
I have not seen that meme.
Oh, no, it was fantastic.
I just saw the one where Yang punches the fandom.
How appropriate.
Absolutely. But other than that, we got a lot of things that are a lot of things floating around. But something that I found a little weird is that we didn't get the full, shorts that I don't know if they advertised that, but we got the Weiss and the Blake. Did we get the Yang and the RWBY shorts?
I think...
Did I miss that?
We got the RWBY one. I know the Yang one was for, I think they kept it for Comic-Con.
Oh.
But I don't know of the RWBY one being released at all.
All right. So for that trailer, we kind of see the bits and pieces of the shorts though, which kind of make me think that they're going to be clips and episodes. If we kind of see, because I thought they were just shorts. What have they been doing before all this? You know what I mean?
You never know with that. Because the trailers have always been a weird thing. Well,
they haven't really done trailers like this since season 1, with the color trailers.
And that was always the thing, was that's the season 1 trailers were before Beacon.
Well, right. I mean, they were just teasers for the actual show, because this wasn't the thing.
Yang's trailers actually found to be canon.
Well, I was thinking more RWBY's... Blake's. I mean, they could be prequels.
They could be.
They're all prequels because we get reference of Yang in the club. We get Weiss's. They're all prequels to the actual show.
Yeah. Anyway,
but I think what we really want to talk about now is because this is the pre-show. We're actually going to be doing a two-part episode mixed into one for your viewing non-pleasure because you're not listening to this, and if you are listening to this, stop it.
But first, the top 5 reasons I want to see episode 5.
Oh, good.
Oh,
it's a different top 5 this time.
Oh, it's actually something pertaining to the subject.
Number 5. Why?
Why?
Yes.
You always use why. No matter what, you have to throw them in every season.
Number 4. Purinda, as I'm calling her.
Purinda? Explain that.
Pure and Cinder.
Pure and Cinder?
Purinda.
Is that what you're calling it now?
Yeah, I'm going to call it that.
You want some girl flicking her
We'll get to that. That's mine.
Ashes?
Anywho. 3.
It's weirding for me.
Daddy...
Daddy Ironwood.
Daddy Ironwood, yep. There you go.
Best dad.
There you go, best dad. Number 2, John Moore storyline. And number 1, Crow.
Well, we know he's gonna be there. Just like his wife, where it's just and I'm also here.
And I'm also here.
Or do you want him to actually do something? I'd like him to die, personally. I thought...
Is that your theory? Crow will die?
He should have died last season.
Oh my god, we forgot the list.
Oh,
the theory count list.
Oh, the theory count list?
Like who got what right?
Well, technically nobody got anything right because the season 4 finale was just a bomb.
Yeah, we completely we were all banking on Crow dying.
Well, because...
Or somebody getting captured.
We all banked on it because it made total sense.
Yeah, it did.
And yeah, I'll preface this... Look, there's many ways to tell a story.
You can't kill the star talent.
There are many ways to tell a story, but Rooster Teeth, in my opinion, it's kind of weak.
Well, this is why we have theory time.
Well, there's theory time, and then there's how can we make the story a little bit better?
So when it's all done and over, we can go like, oh, well, we could have made it better by doing this.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Like arrogant a-holes.
Sure. Fandom. All right. So,
we'll
you...
We'll go around the room one by one.
Well, I actually... Because what I want out of Season 5 is just a finished story from Season 4.
Okay, here we go. Top three. Top three theories. Go.
For me?
Yeah.
Well, I don't have... I was going to get to that, because I don't really have any theories, because I just want the story to be finished.
Well, there's your theory, that Season 4 will be finished.
That Season 4 will be finished.
That could be a theory, you never know.
It's good. Maybe it's just because, like, I'm refusing to believe that these quote-unquote relics are part of the story, because they're just so, like, they're so tacked on.
Right, Zach's second theory. The relics are a lie.
The relics, I feel like, I almost want to believe they're a red herring, because even in the trailer, they're like, oh yeah, Raven also knows where the Spring Maiden is, and we need to find her. So they're focusing on the maidens for this season, the thing that we've spent 2 previous seasons on focusing. What about these relics? Oh, who gives a fuck? Who honestly gives a fuck about the relics? Or these gods that we are just now 4 seasons in just learning about this.
You're swearing again, Bert.
Oh my god. I know. It gets me so salty that people can just tack on, like... I bet you. Okay, here's my theory. Here's my official theory. There's going to be another MacGuffin this season. There's going to be something like, ooh, and now
beyond
all of a sudden,
the gods?
Beyond, like, oh, and also there's this one creator god that created these other 2 gods. But wait, wouldn't that also mean gods can be created? So then who created the creator god? Like,
so we're gonna go like,
it's just gonna be another step up.
You're predicting it's gonna be another step up.
Maybe not a step. It could even be a lateral move. Just that there's going to be another objective for them to get, other than like the maidens, the relics, in connection to these creator gods, whatever fucking bullshit they come up with that. I predict in this season we're gonna have another MacGuffin revealed to us. And that's what's going to send me over the edge. And probably get me to stop watching RWBY, is when they're going to just introduce another MacGuffin. And it's like, oh, well, now we've discovered the Millennium Artifacts, the Millennium Puzzles. It's going to be in RWBY. I don't know. Do you want to count the previous 2 as theories that I had, like that?
Yeah, there you go. You're 3. You're done.
that A, there's going to be a MacGuffin. B, Crow's gonna die or something?
I think so, yeah.
Or that season 4 story will actually be finished.
There you go. There's your 3. That's all you get.
Sure, fine, whatever. If I think of something more, I can place them in. All right, Eric. Yeah.
This is awkward. I don't really have any theories.
Just make something up. That's what it is.
Okay. I'll make a suggestion theory. Like, for example, Zwei could be Piro this entire time.
Oh my god. That's a weird moment.
John, search your heart. You know it to be true. It was I, Pyrrha. It just pops off his head. It was me, Pyrrha, the entire time.
How did she get so small?
How did this happen? Wait, have you ever seen Zwei and Pyrrha in the same scene? At the same time?
No, we haven't seen Zwei. Oh, wait, no, I take that back. He was at the cabin.
Have you ever seen Oobleck and Professor Ozpin in the same scene at the same time?
Yes.
But they were moving really fast back and forth, so they looked like 2 people.
Okay. There is just one Olsen twin.
There's just one Olsen twin moving really, really fast between 2 spaces.
Anywho, Eric, come on.
I've stalled for you, Eric. At least give me something.
You got some time. Come on now.
All right. I predict that we will get a King Boomy or Avatar cameo, because we're clearly going to be in Ba Sing Se.
Are we? Is that what we're going
so you're
for?
Thinking
or
like,
the Earth Kingdom. We're pretty much.
So you think we're
RWBY.
going to get like an Earth Kingdom cameo from someone?
We might.
Or just like in general, just an Avatar reference.
Yeah, like someone in the background will either look like King Boomy or the Avatar or Team Avatar.
I'll give you that.
Sure, that sounds fine.
I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
I am looking forward to Mr. Crazy McScorpion Man finally getting his tail regrown. And then he's like, oh, let me suckle at your cheek, Scarlet. Scarlet? Her name's not Scarlet. It's Salem.
Salem.
I actually did forget her name from
I did too. I'm like, it took me a minute. I'm like, wait a minute.
I was about to go on. I was like, oh yeah, Scarlet, that makes sense.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. All right.
I'm pretty sure that's a character. That's a color. It's got to be somebody in
Oh,
there.
yeah, Razzle Dazzle Scorpion Man. God, why couldn't he just kill himself like he should have? I failed my queen. Then kill yourself, please.
I thought he did. I thought he's dead.
Oh no, he just threw a hissy fit.
Yeah,
because he's a child.
All right. Well, what's 3, Eric?
This is a part of 2 as well. I definitely foresee her Salem actually using powers.
Ooh,
like we actually get a glimpse
cool.
into her powers.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
What if her powers are something just kind of like dorky or just kind of like dumb,
like annoying, but not really that powerful.
like she's hyped up at the mother of monsters or something, but her weapon is like, I don't know, like one of those sticky hands that you just like put on the windows.
She just knows how to use it really effectively.
Yeah. I'll defeat you with this sticky hand.
And you're just like, no fucking way. And then 5 minutes you're like, how the fuck did
and
she
now
do
Crow's dead.
Yeah.
Killed Crow with a sticky hand. I'd accept it.
I'd be like, okay.
I just accept.
You got the fight choreography to go with this? I'll give you it.
Can Crow just die? I know I'm on that.
Why do you hate Vic Manana?
Oh my god, I just want people to actually like... I think it's because I don't believe or like hype characters. It's like, oh, it's Vic Manana.
He's not going away, you know that.
He's the badass who can do anything, and he's a cool drunk, and he has the funny one-liners. He's like he's Nathan Fillion from Firefly.
You mean Nathan Drake?
No, Nathan Fillion is the actor who played in Firefly.
I ain't getting you nothing.
I want a sarsaparilla.
But yeah, he is also Nathan Drake. He is just that archetype.
But anyway, Eric's third theory. Keep interrupting him.
I keep giving, because he says he doesn't have any. I just keep giving him time to make some.
Yeah, and I am thinking.
Okay, this is good, productive conversation.
What is the school that we come to now?
The kingdom is
Mistral.
Mistral. What's the school's name?
B school.
Is it Haven?
Yeah. Haven? Isn't it?
I'm not versed in that aspect, but
because it's a beacon.
I like just like Scarlet. I wouldn't.
Where's beacons in the kingdom of what?
Vale.
Vale. Okay.
Yeah.
And then there's another school, Haven.
I thought it. You
see,
it makes sense.
Haven's a kingdom or a school?
I thought it was a kingdom.
Okay, yeah. Kingdom of Haven.
I could honestly...
Haven, Vacul, Mistral, and Vale.
There's only like 8 locations in this entire world.
No, those are the 4. It's Haven, Vacul, Minstrel, and Vale.
Mistral.
Mistral.
You said Minstrel.
Minstrel.
I like Minstrel better. I think that's a better name.
Too, yeah. Oh god, it's so racist.
Mistral. So.
Yeah. Wait, what about... Hold up. And then there's Menagerie.
Yeah, Menagerie.
Menage a Trois?
I know. That's what I keep thinking of.
God,
it's so perverted.
It's so hard to keep track of this world.
I mean, I know there's only 8 locations in this entire world.
They're so vague.
But they're so vague and mysterious and poorly made.
And then there's a bunch of other tiny locations with no names that you got to kind of figure out.
Just town.
Town A.
Wren's Town. What was the town that they fought the
town shown in season 3, episode 1?
Yeah, you have the kingdoms, and then you just have town. In all caps, in Comic Sans.
Town.
All right.
Oh, man. Third theory.
Yeah, anyway, back to my theory. I predict that they will be invaded by Mongolians, in air quotes, because we're clearly in China. So, it would be natural if there was an opposing kingdom or group of bandits who come in and invade the school, and they are depicted as Mongolians.
Could they be Faunus Mongolians?
Yes! I don't care.
The White Fang chapter of
and if there is a Great Wall,
Mongolian.
if there is a Great
Mongolian.
Wall equivalent in the series, I will also add that to my theory.
That's
Genghis
a point
Khan
for him.
is a walrus.
Genghis Khan is a walrus.
That is my response to that.
So, all right.
Okay, now on to
All right,
our
Austin.
pupil.
I know, my turn.
I know you've been chomping at the bits for this one. Let's see what you have. What you're limping to the barn with.
I'm thinking. So you know how we talk about how the 4 heads of the schools. I know how we always theorize like Tai, Ozpin, Crow, and Ironwood were each respectively the Lion, Wizard of Oz, and Tin Man and Scarecrow respectively. I think that's wrong. I think we're going to see that each of the heads of the schools is a character from the Wizard of Oz.
So then what would
So
everyone
the theory
else
is that Ironwood, because he's the head, is obviously the Tin Man. Ozpin's still the wizard. But we're going to see now the Cowardly Lion and...
Scarecrow?
Yeah, and the Scarecrow. I predict we'll see a new head of the school, and it's going to be the Scarecrow.
Or it could have already been, or it could be that 4th school that nobody talks about. You know the one.
Yeah, that's the one.
Is Salem?
Type down in the comments that you aren't watching that the school that we're not thinking of.
Yeah.
If you're watching, though, which you shouldn't be.
But if you are,
stop it.
do some work.
Anyway,
so that's my theory, is that we're going to see we're going to see the 4th head of the schools.
All right. Eric, you had something?
Yes. So is Salem supposed to be Dorothy?
No, Salem's supposed to be the Wicked Witch of the West.
Oh, okay. That's
and,
right.
Or
right.
the Mother of Monsters.
Then who's going to be Dorothy?
Ruby.
Supposedly Summer Rose is.
Huh.
And
I thought Ruby was just everybody.
Because I've been thinking... No. I've been
character.
thinking about this, and I've been thinking, like, each character is only based on one person from history. Nobody's, like, a mix of 2 characters. Like, Ruby's Red Riding Hood, and only Red Riding Hood.
So wouldn't that make Summer Rose the grandma?
No.
just cause?
No.
I know it doesn't make sense, but
no,
you know.
It doesn't... No, not at all, No.
Yeah.
Slap him.
No.
Harder.
No.
But then who's the wolf?
Right. We don't know. Anywho.
It's one of our OCs we have currently in development.
It's coming.
For our original...
Trust me, Rooster Teeth will just pick from the fandom, pay him off with some hush money. That'll be the end of that.
Pay him off. They don't even need to pay him. Just be like, fuck you, because we're Rooster Teeth.
Yeah.
We're just going to take your character.
So supposedly Summer Rose is Dorothy, and then I think that fits with everyone else. So then Ty would be...
So yeah, who's Ty then?
I forget who... Ty's...
Because you said
Eric, you know Chinese literature a lot better than I do.
Oh yeah, who's the Journey to the East? Who is
No,
it's
Sun is
the Monkey King, but he has like 4 other traveling companions with him.
Yeah, one of them's a monk who he's a bodhisattva. There's the pig demon Bajie.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And one other person that always escapes my mind.
I think the monk is supposed to be Ty.
I thought it was another priest or something like that.
Yeah, because Crow and Raven...
I think it's another demon.
Because then Crow and Raven are supposed to be Odin's 2 birds.
So we have to see who Odin is then. Wait, who's the dad?
Would probably be their father.
The dad.
When he
the grandpa.
Grandpa is probably Odin.
I would also love for the hype beast to be around there. It's like, prepare yourself. You're about to meet my dad. Eh? It's just like this doddering old man who's just in the chair. It's like,
huh?
Eh? I don't see so well, honey. You know me with the one eye.
Come closer. Smack! Sorry, I thought you had a bug on your face. Anyway, so that's my first theory is we'll see the 4th school this season. Second theory, I think we're going to probably see it's already pretty much showing an invasion of the...
White Fang?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
/ whatever the hell Sam has
but
planned.
Where are they invading? Do you think... I think it's going to be like... I think they're going to invade Mistral.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to invade Mistral, and the Belladonnas are going to try and form a force to stop it.
Yeah.
And fail miserably. I think we're going to probably see.
Didn't we also see
die.
the new leader of the White Fang? Because I thought it was
I think
Shere Khan.
I think Shere Khan is being talked to by Adam in the trailer.
Yeah.
So I think Adam's trying to convince Shere Khan, and I think there's going to be an uprising. Adam's going to kind of take control and have his own faction, and then...
Because I thought up until this point that... I knew Adam was a higher up, but I thought he was
I think there's
the number 2 or something.
I think there's 4 commanders under the head. Because it seems like Adam's a faction of 4 others.
Why?
He's a part of a faction.
Yeah.
He is a separate faction, huh?
Not that I don't believe... I just, I don't remember them saying specifically there's 4.
I think there is, but I'm not... I can't.
I mean, there could be many numbers. I mean,
exactly.
There's a big place.
I think it could be just he's that... he just has one of the biggest chapters right now or something.
Because he's, it's creepy
The Grand Wizard or something.
Look, they're the Black Panthers, not the KKK, all right?
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure they are literally Black Panthers in this organization. There would be a very confusing mixed message if they were Grand Wizards, where they are literal Black Panthers in this organization.
So, anyway.
What are your feelings on, we essentially have a reveal of this, Shere Khan-esque character as the leader of the White Fang?
I think it'll be interesting, because it's going to beg the question, does she clash with Adam? It's ultimately going to be, where does she side? Is she going to side with the Beldanas and say, no, this isn't what the White Fang was started for? Or is she going to side with Adam and go, we need to move in a new direction?
And what do you think of, because you think of the character, that it's based on, of Shere Khan, being represented
actually,
this way.
There you go, then it's probably going to be...
Yeah, because...
Shere Khan, if we're going to go to the Jungle Book, Shere Khan fights Bagheera.
Yeah. Although, I mean, it's not a perfect 1-for-1, this is gonna happen.
No,
but if it were to happen...
could explain, it would be a very legitimate character.
Right. I was thinking more of, on the actual, physical, because even in the Jungle Book, everyone's afraid of Shere Khan. And then you see it's, expecting someone that everyone would be afraid of.
Exactly, and that's the thing. It's but the only one who's, and that's the thing. Who's the only one who stands up to Shere Khan is Bagheera in the book. Well, and Baloo. We haven't seen Baloo yet.
If Baloo turns out to be a fat guy, then
I know you win.
Yeah, I win.
You win the steak dinner.
Still waiting for that dick slap.
Yep.
It's never going to happen. But maybe.
You never know, Chibi.
If they're not going to do fully adult-sized dick slap, they're not going to do little baby dick slaps, okay?
You never know on Chibi. Chibi's kind of like the answer to what the hell.
Yeah, in a G-rated format. Sort of.
Yep.
So...
There ain't no dicks in G-rated films.
Yeah, that's true. So I'd say my final... What? Final...
No, yeah, just keep going. I was going to say, at least not in the American G-rated
films. Yeah, no. In Japan, you weirdos.
You sick fucks.
And South Korea. Anywho, I think third and final... Still what I'm hanging on to, the Pyrinda. I think we'll find...
Do you just want that to be a ship? Or do you want...
I think it's I just I like the idea of John having to come face to face with that.
Well, wait, that's 2 different things, though. There's John taking on Cinder... And
no, that's the thing. Cinder and Pyra being one person now, he has to kind of reconcile. He goes to fight Cinder, and then it's revealed to him, and he has to now reconcile with that.
I mean, I can't help but feel like that'd be an incredibly easy choice, because...
Well, does he kill Cinder, or does he...
Well, it is Cinder.
Well, if that happens, I'll buy you a steak dinner.
That's the thing.
Here's the thing, though. If it's
that is my steak dinner win.
If it's 99%, it's 99% Cinder and 1% Pyra, it's well, Jean, that's still pretty... That's still pretty easy.
Can he choose to do...
That's like saying...
It's still a character.
I know, but it's kind of like saying, hey, here's someone who's 99% Hitler, but 1% Jesus. It's well, that's
still... Did you kill Jesus?
Well, I'm killing
You
Hitler.
technically killed Jesus, too!
Yeah, but I'm killing more Hitler than Jesus.
Yeah, but you killed Jesus!
I think you're focusing on the wrong aspect, and that's where the debate comes in.
You killed Jesus!
And Hitler.
No one's gonna care!
Half the people
Everyone's gonna
celebrate.
keep going back to, you killed Jesus!
I mean, he died once, so it's not really that big a deal.
I'm just telling you, everyone's gonna go back to, you killed Jesus.
Well, okay, so now...
Somehow they'll overlook the Hitler thing.
They always do. They always overlook the Hitler thing.
Exactly.
So, we got all of our theories out of the way. Is there any kind of... What are your expectations? Just theories aside, what are your expectations for Season 5? Do you think this will redeem Season 4? Do you think this will make RWBY great again? To quote a phrase.
Austin, you first.
Yeah, I think it will. I can't. There's so much backlash with 4. There would have been so much pressure to make this better.
Yeah.
That I can't imagine them not
giving a shit.
Yeah. I can't,
Of course, this is also Rooster Teeth. They're
it
known for not giving a shit.
But that's the other thing. They also know that... I mean, they don't entirely give their fans what they want, but they also are known for, trying to do their best to do right by their fans. So I think it'll probably redeem itself.
Interesting thoughts. Eric, what do you think?
I'm thinking they're gonna drop the ball again. Well, not completely. It's just, I feel like it's gonna be, the end of Season 5 is gonna be on par with Season 4, if not slightly better. But I'm not.
That's a pretty...
Yeah, I'm more...
That's pretty harsh.
I'm more passive.
That's a harsh way to live.
I'm like...
There's nothing in that cup.
I know. I filled it with water. It disappeared.
The dog took it.
For me, God, if you're hopeful and you're kind of in the center, I'll be the one to just be like, we might be seeing something on par with, or if not worse, than Season 4. Just because...
You think it'll be worse?
I think this... I don't want it to be... if anything, I want this series to be good.
Yes, we all do.
But, given their ability to write, their track record, I think I think personally it will be worse than Season 4, if not just... you're looking for a C as a pass.
Yeah.
I'm looking as a C as a fail. Just doing as good as Season 4 isn't going to cut it for me. I would fail Season 5 if it was on par with Season 4.
I think... I'll put it this way. I think we won't have what we had in Season 4, where it's kind of drawn out.
Stories are actually being told.
I think we're going to see a very action story. I think we're probably going to have a cliffhanger. I'll put it now. We're probably going to have a cliffhanger.
Yeah, I expect
but
so.
It's not going to be... It's going to be like 3, where it was a huge build-up.
Yeah, that's what I'm really looking for. If something is done and we actually get to
No,
some
but
release.
I'm saying, I'm predicting this is probably what Season 5 will be. And that's why I'll say it'll probably be good. Because I think it's going to be... We're going to see the stories... We're going to have them lead to a grand finale and then set up for Season 6.
All right. Trying to get... So we got that on record now. Just some
Nobody can lie and say
nobody can lie and backtrack on oh, what? No, I always thought Season 5 was going to be good. Or you saying, oh, I knew it was going to be shit from the beginning. It's nope. We got it right here.
Hold on. Let me go back to... Hey, Zach, why'd that podcast disappear from the channel?
It exploded.
Oh, how convenient.
Of course, the only one who's not incriminated is Eric, because he had middle of the road.
He's got middle of the road. Either way, he loses or wins.
No, he always wins. Eric, you always win. God damn you, Eric. But what I wanted to say is, what do you think, going into Season 5, what are some aspects that you're looking for that would indicate that it's getting good? What do you want to see in Season 5 that'll make you kind of be good job, Season 5. You kicked Season 4's ass and made it not shit.
Well, I feel like some significant. Not as significant as Season 3, but if it was near that sort of level, I would say I would give you a pass. I would be like, oh, hell yeah. But the only way I see that happening is if this new school ends up the same way as Beacon.
Something that just occurred to me is what if we just go straight up Hogwarts on this one? Just it's literally just Hogwarts and we get a Harry Potter character or something.
You can have that one.
Just a Dumbledore just in the background. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Austin, what did you...
I think...
What do you think it's going to be?
What I'd want to see... I want to see fights kind of... I want to see, like, fights have a heart to them again.
Okay. Yeah,
I think 4, it was kind of like, oh, we got to have a big fight, and there's no...
There was really nothing at stake for him.
Yeah.
Like, I can't help but think that who's going to die, who's going to live, except for all of them. You know what I mean?
And that was the thing, and there was no...
Like, the only fight that was really actually worth it for me was, like, the Wraith Grim.
That one I like. That's the one I was going to go back to. Like, that one was... That's what I'm looking for. It's like, you have a heart to the fight. You see... Where we were wondering, okay, this team has never had to work... You pretty much have Nora, Jean, and Ren, who've never worked with RWBY before, have worked with each other, but are now missing Pyrrha, who they're used to having with them. And now they're trying to incorporate RWBY in with their fight. And
it's believable because, like, you know, even without Pyrrha, Jean was the tactician.
Yeah, so it makes sense that he can kind of bring it under and pace people. But it still shows you, is he capable of doing this with a member he's not worked with before?
Right. And
that's what that fight does for us. It shows, hey, he can do it.
And I would like to say, just on that note of Season 4 fights, when we had, like, the Tyrion versus Crow fight, like, as like...
That was fan service.
It was swinging their dicks around. Like Crow and Tyrion were swinging their dicks around for like 10, 15 minutes. And like it was flashy, but it was a total fan service fight. And that was like the height of Season 4, aside from like... It's almost like Episode 1, Season 4 was like a different project than the rest of the season.
The difference between like the Tyrion and Crow fight and like a Crow and Winter fight... Crow and Winter fight makes sense. It's like, because we've been like, oh, there's a tournament going on with all these students. Hey, they look pretty good. And then you have Crow and Winter, and you're like, holy shit, that's what it's supposed to be like when you're a master.
Not only that, it's because you have personality in the fight. Like, you have, like, you know, they're communicating throughout the whole fight, not just physically, but through their actions, and they're kind of, you have character in a fight. That's how you do it. For me personally, what I like there are a lot of vague aspects that I could say would make Season 5 great, but I think the one thing I would point to, which I hated so much in Season 4, is to take the camera off RWBY and put it on literally anyone else.
Oh, wait, you mean put the camera back on RWBY or take it off?
No, I hated that the camera was on RWBY, like, for a lot of Season 4.
Yeah.
She sucks as a main character. The fact that we had to be reintroduced to we had an entire episode where we were just told things that we were already aware of, basically, and that she needed to be brought up to speed on viewer knowledge in such a long and arduous way, just makes me think, like, oh my god, RWBY.
I wouldn't give it that.
You are just completely worthless as a main character. Take the camera off RWBY and put it on... You could put it on the shopkeeper of the dust store, and it would be a lot more...
Just him, like, every 5 seconds dusting something, or...
Yeah, just replace every scene with RWBY with a scene of the shopkeeper, and you'll have a much more engaging and dynamic character, because RWBY, I'll just put it bluntly, is the worst main character I have seen in a show, period. Of a show that I've been invested in. We can see all the bad shows and all the bad main characters, but if a show that I've actually liked and have been invested in, RWBY is the worst main character.
See, and period. I'll back you up with that to a degree. Because, I mean, we have that whole scene with Jean, like, show him, like, training at night.
Yeah.
With the video of Pyrrha. And...
Where'd that go?
Never addressed by RWBY at all.
Where'd that go? Didn't go anywhere.
Never addressed by her.
Never going to talk about it.
So, that's where, I won't say she's the worst main character I've ever seen, but I'll give you that she's not being used well.
There's so much to hate and so little to like about RWBY.
She's not being used well at all.
Thoughts, Eric?
About RWBY? I mean, just
the character. Yeah. Wait, how bad of a main character do you think she is?
I don't know. She's playing too much of a passive role. I'm hoping that later on we will finally get her to main character status. I remain optimistic that they will bring her. Like, she's a growing seed right now.
Actively.
Yeah.
Use her properly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's my argument, is that they just haven't used her properly. Like, they pretty much had a whole setup in 4 where she could have been like, we could have seen her engage with another character, and we don't see it.
Mm-hmm. I think what probably makes me so salty about that now is because, and again, I've said it similarly, we're now on 5 seasons, and our main character is still like at the bottom tier, trash tier of like relevance and impact on the story. Like the last relevant thing she ever has done for the series was back in season 3 when we found out that she has special magic eyes because she went to discount to 1-800-CONTACTs.
None of us. I like how none of us addressed that for 5. Nobody cares if that happens.
Nobody does. Nobody actually fucking cares about the super special secret silver-eyed warrior thing. There we go. There's your third MacGuffin. There is your third MacGuffin. Is the silver eyes going to be brought up?
No. Well, I thought you were going to say, that's
like that's going to be brought up in detail as like, and they're a super secret race of warriors that, when brought together, can make this guy.
Okay, I'll give you that. That if that is what if they're not just themselves good warriors, I won't count it. But if it turns out they come together and they become like
some sort of special magic thing,
like Super Saiyan gods, and then I'll be like, okay,
this is retarded.
That's bullshit.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually bounce to the premiere, and we're going to come back for a part 2 where we will talk about our thoughts and, reactions to it. Spoilers? ? That might come up.
Yeah, there'll be spoilers.
There are going to be spoilers.
I'm just going to tell you now. Yeah,
all right.
Get away with that.
Well, this has been the podcast no one to listen to, and we will get back to you right now. And we're back. Boy, wasn't that a great commercial break. If only we had ads on this channel.
2 seconds for you, 5 hours for us.
Yeah. All right. Well, we just came back from the RWBY Volume 5 premiere. Austin, for the love of God. Why do I always have to put you there with all my fucking knickknacks?
I don't know why you have knickknacks. What are you, like an 80-year-old grandmother?
Yes.
You're knitting a scarf as we're speaking. What the hell?
Yes, it's cold.
No, it's not. It's like 80 degrees in this room.
By the way, we just came back from the RWBY Volume 5.
I can feel the sauna heat.
And, yeah.
I'm losing pounds as we're sitting here.
Jesus, shut up. Take off your sweatshirts that you felt. How much did you spend on that? Like $50, $60?
$40. It's not that bad.
Whatever.
Custom fit is comfy. Nice, loose, and baggy.
So the premiere itself.
I love my Pumpkin Pete hoodie.
They kind of padded the running time with, what is it, like 2 or 3 episodes of Volume 4?
It was the last 3 of Volume 4.
Okay.
With,
and it's like interspersed with interviews about telling them, we made this bad decision because we're lazy and didn't want to really kind of work for our money.
All these episodes have the power of heart in them.
Oh, God.
The power of friendship.
No, it's heart. Shut up.
So, we haven't really done anything with Ren and Nora for 3 seasons, so we thought for this one we'd actually get them to do something. And that was a big mistake on our part, because it turns out nobody really gives a shit.
But we'll never admit it.
We'll just call everybody who says that haters and trolls.
Did you not see the interview?
Yeah, clearly. But all that aside, we got a pretty good opening, I'd say. I guess... Yeah. For all intents and purposes, spoilers are ahead, because we are going to be talking about this a lot.
I don't know why anybody be worried about spoilers. They shouldn't be watching.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay if we talk about spoilers, because nobody should be watching. All right. It's your last chance. We'll be talking about it. So it turns out Ozpin
is a child.
Can
reincarnate into children.
And we already knew that from Volume 4, but...
Which, again, is why I keep saying the Pinder theory is possible.
It's not a thing. It's never going to be a thing.
Pinder's going to happen.
It's not even a good ship name.
Perinda is going to happen.
Stop it.
Yes. Shut up, Melinda.
Stop it right now.
No.
Yes.
So
I'll do my waiting.
Right.
6 volumes if I have to.
The thing about it, though, is we pretty much got this in the trailer. It didn't really show... Like, if you saw the trailer, you saw basically, like, a good 25% of the opening.
Which I like. I like that it's like, oh, so that's done. It's all out of the way. Everything's going to be new from here on out.
Yeah. We got a lot of exposition, They finally made it to the kingdom. They meet Lionheart.
He's a coward.
He's not really a coward.
He's just a coward.
No, he's not. He's
not working with the enemy, therefore coward.
That is not even remote. Eric, do you have anything to add? Because it's just going to be Austin. And then I'm going to just shoot myself now. This is pretty much just going to be it.
I say he's more, he is somewhat cowardly, but he's more like he has to do what he has to do in order for the good, for the greater good.
Like a coward.
All right, Austin, if you're in charge, I'm not even going to debate this. You're just
passive aggressive
so many,
exactly,
so many levels of just.
I get.
He just wants. I just want to say he's a coward so that he could be the cowardly lion.
He is the cowardly lion.
He's not the.
Leonardo Lionheart. Good God, man, with hair just around his head. Not to mention, like, the brownish yellow coats he's wearing.
I'm not saying he's not, but I'm just saying then he must be a sniveling coward and then have no reasons for doing what he does.
He's just that character. No, I'm not saying he doesn't have reasons, but he's a character we've seen before.
Well, okay, where have we seen him before?
What's that other one?
Hmm?
Well,
I'll never come up with it in time for this podcast.
Okay, all right.
Just keep going.
I mean, it doesn't matter if we've seen that character before in the context of this.
I'll just shout it out later.
This episode or this world, it makes sense. If you have essentially the largest kingdom in the world.
Oh, the little king in the.
You have
King Candy.
Yeah,
how did you forget?
There we go.
That's not even close to what King Candy was the villain in that movie.
Not till halfway through.
No, all the way through. Are you crazy?
With the big reveal.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm moving on because that is just you clearly just want to be somewhere else at this point.
Let us eat dinner. How dare he?
Right. So, I think the reveal of the kingdom was very good. I like the style. I'm pretty much liking everything right so far.
I feel it.
Did it get
very
prettier
beautiful
from season?
Well, it got brighter. That's for sure.
I like when they open the doors to El Dorado.
Like,
that's my favorite scene right there.
There was a slight change.
There might have been. I think if we're to do a shot for shot,
I think it's
comparison.
a lot lighter. I think it's they know what they know their tools at hand and they're using them better. I would say.
Well, yeah, sure, you can say yeah, but as far as like compared to like other season openers, I feel like a lot of settling in has happened, but not a lot like. After a long journey, of course, you have that big rest episode of, like, now we're all just settled in. But do you really think that's, like, a fitting beginning episode to just be like, we'll begin our journey by just taking it easy?
And getting drunk, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, remember, man, he's Crow. He's always drunk. Because he's everyone's favorite character.
Because his semblance is powered by alcohol.
Because he's everyone's favorite golden boy character, and nothing bad will ever happen to Crow.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
That's one I hated. Like, they carried over that chibi fourth wall breaking thing.
Oh,
which really pisses me off, actually.
Well, it's not really pissing me off. It's just more just like when you're talking about when in the scene where Lionheart's talking with Crow, is like, oh, I thought you filled him in. And then he's like, oh, well, there's a lot to go over. I didn't fill him in on everything. There's a lot here. I feel like it was just you talking directly to the audience about like, look, there's a lot of backstory. Not all of it is good, and not all of it is well explained.
See, I didn't mind that part. I what pisses me off was like the 3 scenes of Nora going like, wink, wink.
Well, that's kind of
to the audience.
That's been Nora's character from like episode 1, season 1.
Really?
Yeah.
Not like
she's the goofball.
Not to the. I mean, she's a goofball, but it's another thing for the goofball to pretty much just openly break the fourth wall.
Yeah, but who else would? Would it be fitting if
but it's
Ruby
like,
all of a sudden was?
It's like I said, it's something that first happened in Chibi and now is carrying over into like the show, and I don't like it.
It's
weird.
It's not going to happen again. Probably they're not going to.
It's weird, and I don't like it.
Of course it is. As far as their plan, I am interested to see like all the developments that happen of how like Raven has the Spring Maiden and she's essentially been not brainwashed but like living among bandits for years and training, and now she's like part of this bandit army, which I thought the Bronwyn like tribe was a lot more like of those nomadic like I didn't think bandit. I thought like war bands. You know what I meant? Like
yeah, they
like
are
barbarians instead of just
they are.
bandits.
But Crow talks about like a main base camp, which some do.
Well, right, but I didn't. I thought they wouldn't be labeled as bandits. I thought they'd be labeled as like barbarians.
I don't know why they call them like the Brandwin tribe.
I thought their last name was Brandwin.
I know. Well, Crow and Ravens is, but then it's like, so is everybody's last name Brandwin?
No, I'm guessing it's because Raven's the leader of it.
Oh, so it's the Brandwin tribe,
and their family is probably the leader of it, and which kind of makes me wonder. It's like
other tribes.
Maybe it's a work in progress. Man.
I'm going to put it this way. There's a whole interesting story there with the bandits that needs to be explored.
And I think that's kind of where
poorly.
Like where we're kind of headed. As far as Team RWBY is concerned, Blake is going to actually... I think Blake is going to just be on the sidelines of like having her B story for the most part, because she's still in Menagerie dealing with the White Fang, with Hila, and all that other just racism. I think the weird conflicting thing I have about like the racism allegory in RWBY is that like the racism aspect is a little murky when the faunuses are like it's a species. Like there are different races. Like there are like black people faunuses or white faunuses. You know what I mean? Like they're different races, but they're faunuses. So wouldn't it be more of like a species thing, or?
That's what it is. It's a species
but it's supposed to be I'm saying it's just a little like it's a degree of separation.
Yeah,
is what I'm saying.
Separation is along like species line. Like, oh, they have animal parts, so they're obviously inferior.
I mean, that wouldn't that technically make the racism
like the
make
reverse
sense?
Nietzsche's.
I'm talking at like a visual standpoint, but I wish the faunuses had more animal characteristics, therefore creating a greater separation, therefore
it's
like greater like justification as to
like
why.
You want them to be like anthropomorphized a little bit.
I hate to use this word. They need to be furries.
No,
the
word that I gave you was perfectly fine, and then you had to be a degenerate about it.
I kind of
call them furries.
Okay, Zach, use the politically correct term.
It's the technically right term. Furries is just a straight up...
we're talking about racism here, Zach. Get down to the issue.
I thought we were talking about the anthropomorphized versus furry thing here. Because
furries are... I agree with Eric, though, that they should be more... Not like furry level, but they should be more animalistic. Yeah. I feel like it's too... It's like,
well, because
you ever see someone like wear just cat ears at a Halloween party?
Well, yeah, that's basically...
That's what I feel like I'm looking at when I look at the faunuses.
Yeah, that's... Yeah. Well, for some of them.
Or like someone just puts on like a dog tail or something. It's like...
What about the weird ones that have like scales and shit?
See, no, there you go. That should be...
Like the one in the Blake short. He had claws, scales,
and like scale, horns, and this was like, you kind of...
One Piece did it right with the Fishman. That's the level I'm aiming at.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Well, yeah, obviously you
get on our level then, Austin.
I don't want to.
Well, then, be ignorant.
That's what I
want. So, I think where I see this going is that Blake is going to essentially be contained in Menagerie while everyone else is in Mistral. I mean, I don't have a map in front of me. I don't know how far apart Mistral is from like fucking Menagerie. Menagerie's Australia, so I'm guessing it's pretty far away.
G'day, mate.
I mean, it straight up is.
Yeah, I think what we're probably gonna see, because like the Chameleon Girl hinted at, I think we're probably gonna see like the Belladonna family revolted against. I think we're probably gonna see I think we're going to see Bagheera die, giving Sun and Blake an escape.
Yeah.
I think that's my prediction.
I mean,
after seeing this episode.
I think with all the, because the thing with Blake's whole one-track character that they've been hammering in is that she always runs. She's a loner. And she runs. It's I think what they're going to try to do this season is try to attempt at a turn of character of no, she's actually going to stay. And then someone dies, but she's going to stay.
This time. I don't see it. I see because you know how they're trying to pull, they're trying to pretty much bring back in the White Fang to, the cause they were originally for. And I think they're hoping to, the reveal from, the Chameleon Girl scroll. I think they're hoping to kind of bring people to their side. And I think what's going to happen is it's going to backfire and it's actually going to reveal, pretty much everyone sides with Adam.
I'm going to, on that point for any One Piece fans, I guess, I'm going to have to side with Eric. I'm One Piece did it right. With because you're talking about the Fishman Isle arc where they essentially wanted the same thing, equality with humans, and then there's a big attempt. There's somebody from the other side assassinates the wife of the Fishman people, and that kind of breaks apart their attempts, and then everyone just sides with the militant Fishmen. And
that's what I see happening. Yeah,
that's basically. I agree with you. That's probably where it's going to degenerate.
And I imagine we'll probably see Blake and Sun are going to have to run. And
I know.
Yeah, I know. Blake's doing her thing again. Except this time it's justified.
in the immortal words of Sarge, don't think of it as retreating. Think about it as advancing towards future victories.
It's not retreating, it's advancing towards future victories.
So, any other thoughts or questions you want to add to this discussion? Anyone?
Should we talk about the LGBT?
Oh, yeah, that's the new opener now pretty much hints that Cinders are LGBT.
What?
Wait, what?
Isn't that what it was?
No!
What are you... Yeah,
we're referring to the two gay guys in the background, in the still images, the weird still images.
Oh, I thought we were talking about, how Cinder and there's that other character opposite her, and they were oddly, close to each other,
no,
they were going to kill.
That's Shere Khan.
Oh.
That's Shere Khan.
Wow. I completely misread that scene.
I mean, it's hot, though.
Did it not look like what I'm describing?
But that's... I mean, if
that's what I was looking at. I'm everyone else looks like they're going to fight. These two look like they're going to kiss for some reason.
I mean, if you've seen...
there were scenes where two women were about to square off, and it's this one. I don't know why this
right, but also, if you've looked at any, title bout of any, boxing pay-per-view match... The way that they position those guys, it looks like they're going to make out. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes
but,
it looks
we
like
have
they're going to
plenty of scenes where it was guy opposite guy, and it's
sometimes they get a little too. Sometimes they get a little too close.
And girl opposite guy. It was
Point is,
it looked like that's that's the LGBT couple we were hinting.
No, that's obviously Bumblebee. Or not, depending on if Black Sun becomes canon or Bumblebee's canon.
Which do you want?
Which one will be first, guys?
Your love. What do you want?
Shippers ruin everything.
That's not a
shippers ruin. I think ships.
My God. All right.
So I completely missed that scene.
Yeah.
Where was that one?
When it was kind of what Eric's referencing is when Crow mentions don't go to the lower parts of when the mountain, when they're going into Mistral.
It was one of the... Okay.
I think he was hinting at it's a red zone, a red light district sort of thing. And there were two guys, as long as with some girls. Again, that might have been another misreading of the situation. But I thought that was the subtext.
Because I thought the red light, it's pretty much as you go lower, it becomes more criminal.
Well, right, but I thought when he specifically said don't visit that section, I thought he was the subtext was because that's the red light district. That's where the women and men of the night partake.
You never know.
Again, very hot. I do approve.
Giggity.
But for minors, not so much. You got to be legal, kids. men, women,
the show for
all the in-betweens.
Adults.
Anyway, speaking of minors, Yang. So much yes for Yang. Punching a rubber man, apparently, as he boings against the ceiling and the floor. I loved every bit of it.
Rubber?
Yeah.
If he doesn't have like some rubber resemblance, I'm gonna call BS on that scene.
I'm gonna say it's great as is because so fucking unprofessional here.
Sorry.
So unprofessional.
One time.
Yeah. Anyway, so I found it interesting because it looks like from season 4, it looked like Yang was gonna go find Ruby in Mistral. But no, she is hot on the trail for Raven.
I kind of felt she'd go for her mom.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't like look odd. I'm just saying, like, from all that we saw from the last episode of season 4, it looked like everything was about to go, like, from the position that where she was going off screen to what she said and to looking at the sign.
Well, it also feels weird that it's like they've always had like a relationship together.
Who, Yang and
Raven? Yang and Ruby. No, Yang and Ruby. As like sisters. Close sisters.
Well, yeah.
So I feel it's weird that Yang would take this chance. Well,
assuming that Yang even got that letter from Ruby. I mean, that could have been completely ignored.
But I think she did because Ty says, your sister's in Mistral. We both read the same letter. Who are you going for? Which
I found kind of weird. It's like, well, I guess that's the only way we have to communicate. So I'm like, don't you have cell phones?
No, but they established that Beacon is actually the communication tower for the whole.
Seems like a bit of a misfire.
I know,
there.
it seems like a...
Also, satellites don't exist in this universe because...
No, there's
reasons?
only the Beacon communication tower.
So let me get this straight. We have a world of flying cars and ships.
But
not space travel.
Nope.
Where are you people? You have magic. Do something with it. Go to space. Why is the moon fragmented? Did we ever get that?
No, we still haven't gotten it.
I feel like we're not going to get that until
does
like
the
the last
look
5
like
volumes.
It's getting closer together?
Maybe maybe it's just one of those continuity problems.
No. I mean, like, does it look like the moon's starting to like piece back together?
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's probably one of those continuity problems.
Okay. I don't know.
Or maybe it's not, and it just like all of a sudden it's become whole again, and like nobody talks about it. It's just like we see a whole moon after like 5 or 6 seasons of it being in pieces, and just nobody brings it up.
That's what I mean. I think it's like slowly coming together.
Yeah, that's about it. Why are you texting during? So unprofessional. So unprofessional.
Are we not going to mention the first bar/gasoline?
Oh yeah,
in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
where Yang visits the only gas station bar in the whole world.
And as for water, not soda or something like a kid would find that is like at least remotely close to beer.
Non-alcoholic beer.
A water. I agree. It's hot out there. You need a water.
You do need a water.
That's proper rehydration 101.
I need a water. We have like water bottles in the... You could just buy it and go on your merry way.
We haven't, because we're also a gas station.
That's the funny part. It's like, he hands her a bottle of water.
We have these.
Like, not even in a glass. It's
this
like,
one's
here's a bottle of water. He opens the top. It's like, are they not in the cooler?
Also, it's like, this one's on the house, and I wanted Yang to say, oh, thank you. I really wanted to spend $1.50 today. I'm strapped for cash.
I feel so treated.
Although maybe that's it. Soda's like cheaper than water, because it's harder to keep water together in this weird society.
But that's a hypothetical.
Apparently Weiss is making it on her merry way. Maybe something will happen with her, but who honestly cares? I don't.
Every time Weiss, it's like, oh look, a rich girl now exposed to the reality of the world.
Did she meet the 7 dwarves this season? I want her to meet the 7 dwarves.
Clyde's the 7 dwarves.
Clyde is the 7 dwarves. I saw it. Yeah.
Oh my! Wait, hold up. Holy shit! What if he actually?
He might be.
I will call that now. You guys owe me steak dinner if she meets at any point in the series.
It can't just be one.
Yeah, it's the all 7 dwarves.
It has to be 7?
Yes.
Or someone with 7 different personalities.
Yes.
That's the only way you
with
win.
7 different personalities, or just 7 straight up.
If
dwarves.
it is Klein, then I win. Because I said it first.
Fine.
Whatever.
There's recording of it.
I'll give you that.
And not just like, like in the Disney. What if they're just like straight up like Lord of the Rings Gimli dwarves?
Oh, that would be great.
Mr. Frodo.
That feels appropriate.
Whistle while you work, we whistle while we chop down orc skulls. But yeah, that scene with Weiss was entirely pointless and just showing,
It's just like, oh look, Weiss is exposed to the real world yet again.
I wanted her driver to just go off and I was like, we're gonna help him, right? Bitch! What the fuck do you want me to do?
He does! He's like, this is a cargo ship, what are we gonna do?
Like, just go, like, just, it's like, so you want us to just, mosey on over there to die? Alright, I guess we're gonna go over there to die in this worthless cargo ship.
Oh, da-da-da-da-da.
Get over yourself, bitch. God, I'm so fucking tired of you now.
Can't believe I took this job.
I hate you now. The whole fandom hates you. That's another form I'll bring. The whole fandom hates you.
Yep.
So, really, I mean, it was just what was it, like 15, 20 minutes?
Yeah, I'd say about 20 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, it was nice,
they
serviceable.
covered a good portion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And this is what they should have been doing in Season 4.
No, what are you talking about? Season 4's opening was like the only good thing about Season 4.
I know, but I mean, this is like this level of coverage.
I think a nice, appropriate ending topic is the new OP, which they put at the end of the episode.
I like it.
I like it a lot. It's a totally new style, like both musically and visually. It's a lot more anime-ish. Like,
yes. Yeah.
Like in the past, Rooster Teeth have had very kind of distinct, not relying too much on tropes of anime openings. This one, however, just goes straight up for like the anime inspired, with like the whole team lining up, them charging to attack some huge force, the squaring off.
I'll give it to you.
And I'm not saying these as digs. I'm just noticing it's like that inspiration is there. I like it. It's good because it like works with their style. But I just found it to be just like very like, this is the most non-RWBY-esque like RWBY opening that we've seen.
That's where I kind of have trouble with it. It's not...
The song itself also musically is just not... It's not anything we haven't seen.
It's not like... I don't know. I gotta see it again. Honestly, I'm not sure I like it just yet.
I'll admit it was a bit jarring, but I don't really see it as a problem. I think it's going to grow on.
I'm not going to see it as a problem. I just feel like I got to see it again because it's like, it's not grabbing my attention like 1, 2, 3, and 4 all did. This one kind of.
Which you guys personally like? What says your guys' favorite opening of the series?
There's a point where it taps and a point when it breaks and a point when it...
Yes,
I take cake.
That's one.
Anymore. That's my favorite.
That's 1.
No, that's not 1. That's 2.
2. Yeah.
2 is This Will Be the Day. And no, 1's This Will Be the Day.
Yeah, This Will Be the Day. 4 is the Power Rangers. Yes, it is, when they go into energy mode. And then, what's 3?
3 is, fall, like, when it falls or something like that. Ready to dig places, and it'll be a pool of blood. The little, like, kind of breaks down like that. I think that one's my favorite, actually.
Personally, that's my least favorite.
Well, Eric, I'm sorry that my favorite
theme is this. What was 2 again?
2 is the point where time to say goodbye.
I think that's my favorite. 2 is actually my favorite.
I mean, I'd put it up there. I'd say my least favorite would have to be either...
Just because 2 keeps getting... There's so many iconic scenes when you hear 2.
I'll agree with you. There haven't been a lot of, like, instances where they've used 3.
Yes. And 1...
One's just like been done to death because it's like
I like 2 because 2 is kind of inspirational to a degree.
I don't know. I always like those Empire Strike Back-esque arcs.
See, that's why you like 3.
4 was actually pretty good. I do like certain parts of 4. The whole song I feel is a bit too long. I think it's the longest theme, like the full version.
I got no problem with 4. 4 I like. It's like it's kind of like a fun upbeat after like the sadness of 3.
Yeah, no, 5.
No,
4
like
can
the
get
sadness of the ending to 3.
Yeah, but I mean, there are parts where it just gets kind of slow.
It does get long, but I would say it's a fun upbeat.
But I'll agree with you that I'm gonna have to listen. I didn't full out hate this theme. I'm just gonna have to listen to it again.
And that's my thing. I don't full out hate it. It's just I'm just like it's not grabbing me like the others.
It's because it doesn't sound like a Jeff Williams like.
That's it.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like the type of song that they would make.
Jeff would. Did they not let Jeff Williams make the song?
I'm sure they did.
Oh God!
Maybe he just tried a new thing. They're really trying a lot of new things.
Zach, what if it's not Jeff?
Then it's not Jeff. I mean,
oh my God, they fired John Williams' son.
Okay, all right, okay.
I can't back that up.
Nobody can. Nobody would want to. Why would they?
Because it'd be cool.
Anyway, I think that'll wrap up our discussion of the RWBY Volume 5 season. RWBY Volume 5. Why did I keep saying villains? I can't make outros. It's been a long day. This has been a podcast no one will listen to. If you have been listening to this the entire time, stop it. It's not for you. And we'll be back.
Ew. God